What's up, guys? Mark Conley here, founder of Daily Soccer Skills, and today I wanted to talk to you about how you can become twice as good of a player in 6 months. And so I know what you're thinking, like that's pretty crazy, but once I explain to you the way that you're going to do it, you're actually going to see it makes actually a lot of sense. And so a lot of us have dominant feet. So whether we're a right-footed player or a left-footed player, we have a dominant foot. So what's the quickest way to become twice as good? Obviously, it's to use both feet. And so one of the ways that, whenever I'm going through like either my DSS 15DA or any of the free trainings that I send out to you guys each week, we're always training the right and the left foot. Now the key is that you really have to commit to it, to doing it on your own at home, and really push yourself like you would in game speed. And so, I'll give you an example. I was running a little training for some little kids that I do some private training for on the side last week, and one of the kids was doing a little dribbling segment, and he's using the left foot, which is not his strong foot. He trips, falls over the balls, and everybody laughs at him. And so I said, there's no problem with that, because when you're going full speed, when you're really pushing yourself, you're going to make mistakes, things are going to happen, and that's perfectly okay. But at least you're pushing yourself at game speed. And so now, you fix the problem, you train yourself a little bit more, and next time you're in a game, it won't be such a big deal, and you'll be ready to go and possibly score a goal because you pushed yourself. So anytime that you're doing any kind of a finishing exercise that I give you, any kind of a passing, make sure we're training the right and the left foot in equal parts, and that way what you'll see is that in about 6 months that you'll be twice as good, simply because you can rely on your right foot the way you can rely on your left foot. Now let me give you a little story. So there was a kid I grew up with playing soccer, and I was probably, we're 13, 14 years old, and what do 13 and 14-year-old kids do before practice? We all line up across the 18. One guy plays goalie, and we practice, taking shots. Like, it's not the best way to go about it, but it's what happens across all walks of life, even at halftime of any soccer game that you've ever watched. So we had this buddy who started really working on his left foot. And so we were making fun of him at first because, some shots that he would shoot would be, so bad. He'd be duffing them, slicing them, sending them over top of the bar. But then he started to hit them a little bit. And then a little bit more, and a little bit more. And so we would get in games, and he started to trust his shot a little bit more. So there were times where he would use his left foot and maybe wouldn't make the greatest contact with it, would hit it right to the goalkeeper, and we would get mad at him and say, like, oh, you missed a scoring opportunity or something like that. Over time, and when I tell you 6 months for a specific reason, over a 6-month window, he went from not being able to use his left foot to being able to dribble with it, cross with it, shoot with it, with just as much power and accuracy on his left foot as his right foot. And in that window, he went from becoming, a good player to kind of elevating himself above us a little bit in that regard, and that he was, could use both feet. And so, the way that the modern game is setting up is players just don't have weak feet. They don't have weak feet anymore. So do yourself a favor while you're young. Train yourself at home. It's a little uncomfortable. It's a little bit awkward at first, but I'm telling you, give it 6 months, and you'll be just as good on your left foot as your right foot. All right, guys, get out there and train.